6 hollow tips in his legs, what made him crumble.
He got a house and mama is living good.
Said the feds took it all, he right back in the hood. I see you try to play me, you gave us crack in the 80s. Made us abort our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's gonna take more than them cars when to amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't faze me.
I guarantee that you won't regret it. Remember I said it.
Nah, you could dead it.
What you saying? I can't win?
Nah, devil. Nice try, so until we meet again.
I ain't at the die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious, but we've been getting fucked and put to the side like a mistress. Police patrolling why? Because prison became a business. They murder one of laws and they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man, they even caught the Boston bomber. But when we ride, they send the military in armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die a martyr. You reap what you sow, some people call it karma. When Christ return, y'all gon' get this harvest like a farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with a side of Shakur. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights patting me down. You got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I gave up my vice. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And your honor, why you gave our homeboy's life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboy twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. He came from Habibi's spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's trife, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. As Trayvon, Mike Brown, Akai Gurley, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando Olden, Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. Lord knows I despise every devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil and said, I pray you die, every devil.
Check.
We do it like that and we do it like this. We do it like that and we do it like this.
Yeah. Swing low, Lord, get me at this plantation. I ain't on the block no more, no grams weighing. I don't even bed no hoes, my ribs stay.
All my soldiers on the streets, that really get it, all the pain that you seen, I can feel it. I'm your brother, you my brother, we connected. Have mercy on us, Lord, please protect us. All the games that I played, I done seen it all. Ain't taking no shit, not at all. So I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. All my soldiers on the streets, that really get it, all the pain that you seen, I can feel it. I'm your brother, you my brother, we connected. Have mercy on us, Lord. Please protect us. All the games that I played, I done seen them all. Ain't taking no shit, not at all. So I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. When you know what's really real, what do it feel like? Do you keep on telling lies just to make yourself feel right? Clutching on my stomach every night. I got bad nerves, sweating in my sleep, fighting demons. It's a cold world. Feel like it's all on me. All the pressure, all the pain, all the struggle, all the hustle, all the tension, not to mention all the praying that I did. Hope it changed for me. Did it change for me? Yeah. Now I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and every day my vision getting clear. God got me, so whom shall I fear? Not a damn soul. No. All my soldiers on the streets that really get it, all the pain that you seen, I can feel it. I'm your brother, you my brother, we connected. Have mercy on us, Lord. Please protect us. All the games that I played, I done seen it all. Ain't taking no shit, not at all. So I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. All my soldiers on the streets that really get it, all the pain that you seen, I can feel it. I'm your brother, you my brother, we connected. Have mercy on us, Lord. Please protect us. All the games that I played, I done seen them all. Ain't taking no shit, not at all. So I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. Preaching prophet of the Lord, so I move like one. Plus I got my brothers with me, but we move like one. You got a problem with them, got a problem with me, because we move like some soldiers wearing army fatigue. All the problems of this world got you stressed out. Niggas flexing on you, now you're feeling left out. You popping pills, trying to find a way to check out. But I got you, my niggas, show you all the best route. I can show you the way, man. I can just sit down and break this shit down to you. You a soldier. I see it in you. I see the pain. All my soldiers on the streets that really get it, all the pain that you seen, I can feel it. I'm your brother, you my brother, we connected. Have mercy on us, Lord. Please protect us. All the games that I played, I done seen it all. Ain't taking no shit, not at all. So I gotta go get it.
I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth, it's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth, it's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Hustle, hard. All I know is hustle. Oh Lord, all I know is hustle, hard. All I know is hustle. Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. Somebody sick and tired of this shit. Hey, since day one they lied to us and we wasn't shit but slaves. But I found out what I found out, it was right there in my face. The preacher man, he lied. My mama, daddy didn't know, so I'm boxed in by lies. How the fuck I'm ever gonna grow? Hey, when the night falls and the lights out, you be reaching for some help. But when the real shit is bullshit, you be reaching for what's left. None of the lies gonna make it, you can read it for yourself. Here's the truth, you can't fake it, you need to find it for yourself. And I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth, it's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth, it's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. All I know is hustle, 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 hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Oh Lord, all I know is hustle, 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 hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. 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 Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. Somebody sick and tired of this shit.
Street Empire.
Track slammers.
Check, 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 144. Hey, hey, 144. 144. 144. I'm calling my soldiers. It's that time. I'm calling my soldiers. Let's get in line. Get in line. Hey, 144. 144. 144.
That boy killed that thing up.
I'm calling my soldiers. It's that time. I'm calling my soldiers. Let's get in line. Hey, in line. Hey. Babylon is falling and we praying for it every day. Change up the game, I had to find myself a better way. People out here struggling cause they can't seem to find a way. Kids don't go outside no more cause it ain't even safe to play. People out here waking up but they don't know which way to turn. Open up them holy scriptures, break them down so they can learn. Devils out here feel like Usher, I suggest you let them burn. If they get to asking question, you just tell them it's our turn. Move like Christ, live like Christ. I'm just trying to get it right. Walk by faith, not by sight. Keep the law, my guiding light. Move like Christ, live like Christ. I'm just trying to get it right. Walk by faith, not by sight. Keep the law, my guiding light. 144. 144.
soldiers. It's that time. I'm calling my soldiers. Let's get it in line. Get it in line. 144. 144. 144. 144. I'm calling my soldiers. It's that time. I'm calling my soldiers. Let's get it in line. Get it in line. Hey. Wrote the verse until begin to hit the page. I'm turning to the east whenever I start to pray. This for my soldier, my comrades, no comment.
Present yourself up, sir. I.S.U.P.K, YAHANNA. SHALAM.
SHALAM.
I imagine, meaning stand, everyone stand. Got Torah. Sawapad Hakwadam, meaning turn and face the east. I'm going to say these prayers. I'm going to start off in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kodash, Hayat, Shemka, Yahweh, Malatuka, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, Hayat, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayat, Bashamayim, Nathanlanao, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalak now, Kabawat now, Kasalak now, Kabawati now, Wala'a, Tabia'aya now, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashaya now, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Watapara, Lawalumyum, Aman.
We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
This is the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Baba Kashah, Nathanlanao, Hakak, Larpa'a, Kamakala, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lahakium, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawat, Hatama'ala, Lagar Shun, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the water Aman.
In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power, the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you. So be it.
This is the blessings for the rank and structure order of Israel. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahushua, Wa Miyaka Alam, Wa Alahayim, Batazabiyah, Alawap Yahanna, Ha Alawapim, Ha Saranyam, Ha Kwasaziyonyam, Ha Koyoyoyam, Wa Akwatyam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the water Aman.
In English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushua, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, thank you. So be it.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayunya, Ahaharium, Mayan, Yaba'ai, Isaiah, Isaiah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, I.S.U.P.K, Shamayam, Wa'arataza, Ayatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashun, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarai, Yashamar, Aknapaska, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabawa'aka, Mayatha, Wa'aid Iwalam.
In the English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, for which cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yashala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in for this time forward and even forevermore.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damyalaka, Al Takarash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Al Yabyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ais, Al Aimaka, Yaima Yamwa, Sawada, Wayata, Yaitazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakiram, Magaya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawai Tazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Baryat, Yakarathwa, Ahoya, Adawam, Wayashima'ala, Yum, Mawa Abba, Wahagarian, Gabal, Wa'aimawan, Wa'aimalak, Palashat, Am Yashabya, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Selah, Aishalaham, Kamajin, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabyan, Banakal, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayanda Ara, Hayawa, Daman, Layadadma, Shayatamwa, Nadayab Mawa, Kayarab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Kal Nasaya Kamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nairashah, Lanawa, At, Na'awat, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, Tabia Ira Ira, Wakalaba, Tahalat, Hariyam, Kantaradatma, Basai Raka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Palawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahalwa, Aija Aid, Wayakaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Dayawa, Kaya Ata, Shamka, Yahweh, Labatka, Ayawan, Alkaha Arataza.
In English, keep not thy silence. O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still. O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yashala may be in no more remembrance. For they are consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Israelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with his inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They're hoping the children of Lot. Selah, Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, as the brook of Son, where Perish had endured. They came as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Harel, like Zaire, yea, all their princes, as Abad and as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel that stumble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So, Yeshua, sister, be seated. We'll start the service. Once again, we're the I.S.U.P.K. start at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating up under Command and General YAHANNA. You tune in right now to the Sabbath service in Fayetteville, North Carolina. If you have any questions, Baba Kushah, type in the chat and we'll get to them.
This is the book of Exodus. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 19 in the Hebrew. Kaya, Ba'a, Sawas, Para'ai, Barakabwa, Waba, Parsha, Yawa, Bayom, Wayashab, Yahweh, Ilaham, Ath, Maya, Hayam, Wabanya, Yasha'ala, Halakawa, Bayab Basha, Bata Wak, Hayam, verse 20, Wata Kwak, Marayam, Hanabya'a, Akwat, it's like Aharon, Ath, Hatap, Bayada, Wata Taza'an, Kal, Hana Shayam, Akarya, Bat Payam, Waba Mak Lot, verse 21. Wata Ain, Laham, Mariam, Shayarwa, La Yahweh, Kaya, Ga'a, Sawas, Kabwa, Ramah, Bayam, verse 22. Wayasa'ai, Maisha, At, Yasha'ala, Mayam, Sawap, Wayataza'awa, Al, Madabar, Shawar, Waya Lakawa, Shalashat, Yamayam, it's like Yum, Bama Dabar, Wala'a, Matazawa'a, it's like Mataza'awa, Mayam, verse 23. Waya Ba'awa, Marata, Wala'a, Yakalwa, Lashatat, Mayam, Mamara, Kaya, Mariam, Hum, Al, Khan, Quara'a, Shema, Mara'a, verse 24. Waya Lanawa, Ha'im, Al, Maisha, La'amar, Ma, Nashata, verse 25. Waya Taza'ik, it's like Waya Taza'ak, Al, Yahweh, Waya War, Hawa, Yahweh, Itazah, Waya Shalak, Al, Hamayam, Waya Mat Kowa, Hamayam, Shum, Lawa, Kak, it's like Wama Shapat, Washum, Nasa, it's like Nasa Hawa.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 19. For the horse of Pharaoh went in with his chariots and with his horsemen into the sea.
Hold on, Salaki. Just so we get a backdrop on the story, you got to remember the children of Israel is coming out of the land of Egypt right now. The Lord brought us out of this land, and he plagued Egypt with all type of pestilence. You understand? He did it with the natural things that are around Egypt that, you know, that everybody takes for granted. But you also seen the Lord destroyed the infrastructure of Egypt, if I may. And when you think about the things that are plaguing this empire that we live in right now in America, if you haven't noticed, everybody talking about inflation. We talk about Kusha. We also talk about things that the water, brother. We talk about things that going to the grocery stores, the shelves aren't as plentiful like they used to be. You hear people often say that we don't have the good times that we used to have. Y'all remember people saying that all the time? That's the truth. Because what it really boils down to is like the stress of this world and being able to provide for your children, for your family. You know, back in the day, you people say it all the time. It didn't take much, but we moved together as a unit. You understand? And what we've seen today, like we're so separate and spread apart. Like we don't even consider like coming together, like thus says the Lord. In this day, in this land, the Lord delivered us out of this land because whether they are I'm sure that Moses still has the people looking at him like, what in the world is he talking about? But you know what they decided? That they wanted to get together and get out of captivity. And the Lord was with them because they wanted to go and serve the Father. Today, we don't want to go and serve anything but ourselves. We want to go and serve Thanksgiving. We want to go serve Christmas. And we forget about everything that goes along with families when you do that. Jeremiah Hyman taught a class of Most High in Christ, excellent class. He said, often when you get into the holiday spirit, it's very it's lustful and it's very selfish. Because while you're enjoying your Thanksgiving turkey, there's a family out there that's not. While you're enjoying your ham and your and spam and gizzards and blizzards, and there's a family somewhere that's not. Right? And we want to get out of that spirit, because when we talk about how the Most High moves, he wants us to move together. He wants us to be together, and being together is not all the things that make us feel good sometimes, right? You just got to be in that togetherness is serving him. That's the only way that we have to come together. If you make it about the food and the pineapple upside down cake and the chitlins, you're gonna miss every time. So what happened when that runs out? What you stuck with? We seen that, guess what? The Lord was delivering us, his children, out of the land of Egypt. Read that verse again, Baba Kusha. We can take our time this morning, Kim. Y'all messed with me last time. Y'all couldn't. Come on.
For the horse of Pharaoh.
For the horse of who?
Pharaoh.
Right. Go ahead.
Went in with his chariots. And with his horsemen into the sea. And the Lord brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on dry land.
The children of what?
Children of Israel went on dry land.
Go ahead.
In the midst of the sea.
Did Pharaoh and his company, did they come out on dry land? So what happened in that moment? The Lord separated us from our oppressor, man. That's what you're seeing in that moment. You're seeing that the Most High has put a distinct separation between us. We was on dry land. The Pharaoh is in wet waters. You understand? And that's where we have to be. We have to, in separation, that's when we begin to grow, okay? Go ahead.
Verse 20. And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her while timbrels and with dances.
Y'all know what those are? Timbrels? Is it sound? It's a drum, right? It's a type of instrument that they were playing. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? They were doing because what had happened. What do we play music for now? What do we celebrate when we play our music now? In I.S.U.P.K, we know why we sing the songs that we sing. We sing glorious songs unto the Lord. All right, read on.
Verse 21. And Miriam answered them, sing ye to the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. Verse 22. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea.
Hold on. He said, "Oh, go back. The Lord did what now?
Sing ye to the Lord, for he hath triumphed."
You see that? You see, we sing our songs, so we sing our song to the Most High, man. Right. And why do we do it? Read on.
For he hath triumphed gloriously.
Right. So let me ask you a question. Well, what's the song Glorilla singing? FNL. What do you think that causes amongst us, man? What is that? Come on, let's talk. Come on with it.
It caused strife
between who?
Us, each other, like.
Right. But she said, you know, I get it. So saying F and F, but at the same time, if your brother you consider your brother not what you think he should be, then is there a better way to tell him? What ain't that better ways to really talk about us coming together than to put it in the song and talk about all your shortcomings, what he don't have, and what they don't understand is the truth boils down to we're gonna need each other to get out of this hellhole, man. We're gonna need each other to get out of this hellhole. You ain't got time for you to talk about no F and F. I'm quite sure that you see the retaliation of now you dedicating energy to now, brother. What's the other one that he talking about? No baby mama drama or whatever the hell. We need each other. The Lord want us to have each other, but we're like, nah. We don't need each other. We need the oppressor to get free. I need to drive in my new Benz to feel like I'm better than the next brother or sister. We need each other. And we don't even realize it because we speak a different language than everybody else on earth. So when we're in pain, guess what? The only person who really knows that we're in pain is your brother. When you're in pain, the only person who really knows that you're in pain is your sister. You looking for another oppressor, you say, oh, it's been a long day. The Chinese woman may say, well, you should have started earlier in your day. She not understanding what you're saying about it's been a long day. You understand? The way that we speak is completely different than everybody else. And the Lord made it that way. And so he can what? Read that verse again.
Have triumphed gloriously.
Right. So he can get the reward, so he can get the praise for it. You trying to separate from your brother, your sister, because you want the praise of what you have. You coming together and said it must be the Lord. You understand? Because you make it about yourself. We can always give yourself glory, Bunk, y'all. You can always say, yeah, man, you know, I work hard for da. But when black people together, when we together, we say, man, it must be the Lord, man. You know why I'm saying that? Because when we be at the Passover and brothers and sisters be drinking, having a good time, and we be like, man, it must have been the Lord for us to get down here, man. How you even make it down here? Hell, I don't know. Where you stand at on the floor over there in the corner? We made a pallet on the floor. Anybody know what a pallet is? Just to be in the room with your brother. And the only thing we leave was saying it must be the Lord that allowed us to be triumphant. That's why we had this word triumphalism, if I may. Right. It come from the Lord, man. We have to give him the honor in that thing when we do it. Read on.
The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea.
Because once this kingdom begin to fall, don't you begin to look at yourself like you did something special. It's all of us learning how to be obedient, and we have to say the Father has tossed our enemy into the sea, man.
Right.
Read on.
Verse 22. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea.
No, he brought Tashana.
Israel.
No, he brought Shaquanda.
Israel.
What about Alexis?
Israel.
What about Ron Dunn?
Israel.
What about Jerome?
Israel.
He brought Israel. He brought them all out. You understand? Black, Hispanics, Native Indian tribes, Israel. Right. But no individuals out there, man. Read on.
And they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days in the wilderness. and found no water.
Go ahead.
Verse 23. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore, the name of it was called Marah.
Go ahead.
Verse 24. And the people murmured against Moses.
Now let's tell you something about Israelite culture. We go places, we put names behind the places that we go. The boom boom room. You know what I'm saying? We attach names to the places we go based on our experience. All right? Read on.
Come. And the people murmured against Moses.
They did what?
Murmured against Moses.
What?
Saying, what shall we drink?
Now, why did they do that? Anybody? Why did they murmur against Moses?
So, like, sir, if I may,
Go ahead.
it seems like they got a lack of faith here. Like, they're coming up against Moses, like, you done let us out of here, but we ain't got nothing to drink now because you led us to this place. So what are we going to drink?
That's true, but come on, Monkey, y'all.
Salaki, I don't want, if I may, there's a certain discomfort that comes from being free, being liberated. They were used to, being able to drink freely in Egypt, Now that they've been liberated from Egypt, wherever they're wandering, they're not used to not being able to go without.
Right.
Salaki.
That if you think about a independent business, you think about it like, it's hard to start an independent business. Why? Because when you step out there, you're on your own. That level of freedom, you guess what's come with that level of freedom? It comes with some pain. And guess what? When you've been fed and conditioned to live and accept slum, that becomes your mindset. And that's what happened to us in America. We get the crumbs off the table, right? And we've learned to accept the crumbs. So that's what happened we think about how people look at the pyramids and say had to have been aliens that built the pyramids. No, what it came with slavery is what built the pyramids. Right. Slavery is what built America. So when you take that and you remove a people that's been broken, and we've just learned to accept the bare minimum in life, and you remove that, then you look at that one person who really saw the value in you, and you begin to blame him for what your lows are, not knowing where you just came from. That's Black, Hispanic, Native Indian. But it also shows as a leader, you have to be prepared to listen to your people. When you step out there and run that thing, you're gonna suffer. You got to know that what you putting on your back is for your people. So when they begin to murmur, guess what you got to do? You got to be who the Lord said that you're supposed to be, and keep them moving. You got to keep going and fighting, because what you're doing, people not gonna understand this struggle, huh? You know what I'm saying? They're perfectly fine with the discomfort that we deal with day in and day out. So when you put it on your back and say, I want to see better for Black people, man, you might well get prepared for it. Now we can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Well, what we supposed to eat? So you mean there ain't no other food we can eat? You can't eat turkey? You can't eat beef? To me, beef ribs taste better than pork ribs, if you ask me. See, you got to be prepared to tote that thing on your back. And that strength comes from you having a real brother or a real sister beside you, man. And knowing who the Most High is. Step all the way into it. You can't step out here and think your people ain't, your foes gonna be of your own house. You know what I mean? Right. And the scripture will say that. So you might well prepare yourself. 50 up every day. Let's get it. Go ahead.
Come, verse 25. And he cried unto the Lord, and the Lord showed him.
Hold on, he did what?
He cried unto the Lord.
No, the hell with y'all. He did what?
Cried unto
now,
the Lord.
F you, did he did what?
Cried unto
Man,
the Lord.
y'all niggas ain't about anything. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? He didn't do that. What did he do?
Cried unto the Lord.
Man, you got to go back to the Lord, man. That's how you help your people. If you make it about you, you're going to fail every single time. You got to take the spirit that the Lord give you to fight for your people and make sure that he continues to strengthen you. Make sure he continue to give you wisdom. You got to go back and look at them scriptures. I know you want to be like, I know exactly what to say. No, you don't. You don't know what to say all the time. You don't. You settle down, relax a little bit, and know that we are people that have struggled. And every you name somebody that ain't been through something in Israel. Everybody you know done went through something. Everybody you know done had somebody close to them that done passed away. Everybody that you know done had somebody, their family member on drugs. Everybody you know got a crack baby in their family. Everybody that you know got somebody in prison doing 15, 20 years. Everybody that you know done had some type of abortion, drug overdose. Everybody that you know done slept with somebody else's wife. So you think you're prepared to give all the answers? You're not. You have to refer back to what Moses did. He did what?
Cried unto the Lord.
You got to cry unto the Lord, man. That's how you're going to help our people. Read on.
And the Lord showed him a tree, which he had cast into the waters, and the waters were made sweet. There he made for them a statue.
So what happened right here?
Let's talk. We're gonna be all day with you know what I'm saying?
So like you said, if I may, he heard the most I heard his cry.
He did what?
He heard his cry.
He heard his cry. Why? Because Moses didn't hate his people. That's why he heard it. Because he could have easily been like, y'all ain't even worth my time anyway. Right. He didn't do that. He went and he besought the Lord and said, you know what, Lord? Help us, Lord. You know what I'm saying? Continue to guide us in the thing that we're dealing with. He didn't turn his back on his people, even though it's right in front of his face. You got to remember, this is a time that we all going to have to deal with. And we can't turn our back on our people, even though they're going to call us all type of disgusting thing. You come into this truth, what you think your dad or your mama saying about you, Kodon? You done heard it all, ain't it? You done been called everything but a child of the Lord, right? Ain't that what they say? You can't turn your back on them, though. You got to cry to the Lord, and maybe the Lord will have mercy so they can see. Maybe you don't get the sweet branch that goes into the water. Maybe your parents get a chance to see you change your life. Maybe they get a chance to see you put down the weed. Maybe they get a chance to never see you go to prison. Maybe it's just that small thing. And guess what? They're gonna have to be toward. Let's rock.
That's it. A little bit more. Go ahead. There he made for them a statute and an ordinance. And there he proved them.
He did what?
He proved them.
That's it. Most High in Christ.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 26 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar, Shemaiwa, Slakin Shamawai, Hashamai, Lakawal, Yahweh, Alahayak, Wahayashar, Ba'ayan Yawah, Ha'aisha, Slakita Aisha, Waha'az Nath, Lamata Zawat Yawah, Washa Marwa, Slakin Washa Marath, Kal, Kakwa Yawa, Kal, Hamakala, Ashar, Shamatya, Bamatazar, Slakin Bamatazarayam, La'a, Hashayam, Slakin Ashayam, Alayak, Kaya, Anya, Yahweh, Rapa Ak, verse 27, Waya Ba'awa, Aya Lama, Washam, Shatayam, Aishara, Aya, Ayanath, Mayam, Washab, Ayam, Hamarayam, Tamarayam, Wayaka Nawa, Sham, Al, Hamayam. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayasa Iwa, Ma'a Yalam, Waya Ba'awa, Kal, Idath, Banya, Yasha'ala, Al, Madabar, Sayan, Ashar, Bayan, Ayalam, Wabayan, Sayanya, Bakama, Shah, Ishar, Yawan, Lakadash, Hashanya, Lataza Atham, Ma'arataza, Matazarium, verse 2. Wayal Yanawa, Kal, Idath, Banya, Yasha'ala, Al, Maisha, Wa'al, Aharan, Bama Dabar, verse 3. Waya Amarwa, Alham, Banya, Yasha'ala, Maya, Yatan, Mawat Nawa, Bayad, Yahweh, Ba'arataza, Matazarium, Bashab, Tawanawa, Al, Sayar, Habashar, Ba'akal Nawa, Lakam, Lashabai, Kaya, Hawataza'atham, Atonawa, Al, Hamadabar, Hazah, Laha Mayat, At, Kal, Hakor, Hal, Hazah, Bara'ib. Verse 4, Waya Amar, Yahweh, Al, Maishah, Hananya, Mama to Yar, Lakam, Man, Hasham Yum, Wayataza'a, Ha'im, Walakwak to Wa, Dabar, Yawam, Bayawa, Mawa, Lama'ain, Sanawa, Hayalak, Bata War, Slaka Bata Wara Tayum, Slaka Taya, La'a, verse 5. Wahaya, Bayawam, Hasha Shaya, Waha Kayanawa, Ath, Ashar, Yaba Ya'awa, Wahaya, Mashanya, Slaka Mashana, Al, Ashar, Yala Kwat Wa, Yawam.
The book of Exodus chapter 15 and verse 26. And said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and wilt do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee.
Do it now.
I will put none of these diseases upon thee.
He put none of these diseases upon thee. Go ahead.
Which I have brought up, Slakia, which I have brought upon the land of the Egyptians.
Right. So what is the Lord saying right here? The thing that he did in the land of Egypt was going to be separate than what he's going to do for the children of Israel.
Right.
So why are we so impressed by the mansions and the cars and the clothes, the shoes, the clubs of this empire? The Lord going to separate us from this place anyway. Right. It's coming. You may as well prepare for it now. All the shiny glitz and glamour that we like to see, just stop celebrating Thanksgiving. Never celebrate Thanksgiving again. Celebrate Thanksgiving Day again. Here come Christmas. Stop celebrating Thanksgiving. Right. Christmas. Next, you got New Year's. You're going to take those small steps and separate yourself from this empire. And you're going to begin to realize, I guess, well, how much money you save, first of all. Right. And you're going to really see, like, who's on your team when you begin to separate from these things in the earth. Right. They're going to say things like, well, you don't come around no more. Well, no, you don't come around me no more. But what the truth is, are we only supposed to come around each other when there's a American holiday or a birthday? Do we that's the only time we really value being around each other, huh? Cause these diseases, yeah, y'all think they got the black plague, the bubonic plague, all cancer is prevalent in the earth. It's going crazy. They say the rise of STDs nowadays is just it just overtaking everything since with COVID-19 happened, everybody kind of separated, but now it's like a free fall. Everybody now is sexually liberated. Not protection is out the window. It's just like a, y'all go look at some of them news stories. They talk about the bed bugs is coming back, polio off the damn chain. They talk about emphysema. Study showed that, guess what? The cigarettes, now whatever that's in the cigarette is causing way more cancer than they used to cause. The marijuana that they smoking is causing all these hallucination and all these, you know what I'm saying? Is yeah, fentanyl, how you say it, Tylenol. These are plagues that are coming to the earth. We don't see it. We just see it. Oh man, they just getting high. They dying. That's what you're seeing. These are demons that are really destroying the earth. You have to make up your mind. Are you going to be a part of it, or are you going to separate yourself? Are you going to be just like the Egyptians? Do you want to be separate from them? But read on. We're going to get on into this story though, because this, you know, as the plot thickens, if I may. Come on.
For I am the Lord that healeth thee. Verse 27. And they came to Elim, where were 12 wells of water.
You can turn it down just a little bit, Mike, yeah.
And 70 palm trees, and they encamped there by the waters.
How many was there?
70.
What is 70? What's that? 60? 60. All right. So what we read that verse again, Baba Kushaw.
And they came to Elim, where were 12 wells of water.
So what it said, they had plenty of water now. Moses went to the Lord. He prayed for him. The Moses delivered them to this land. Then now they got water, bunk, y'all. They have an abundance of water. Read on.
And 70 palm trees.
So what does this indicate? They got water and what? You know what black people love to do, right? What you call it? In the shade, man. They got water and the shade, bunk, y'all. Read on.
And they encamped there
by
the waters.
Right. So now they chilling. They chill. They got what the Lord Moses prayed to them. They were saying we got dirty water. The Lord gave them, not only did he give them clean water, he gave them what? Covering from the sun as well, right? Right. Read on.
Chapter 16 and verse 1.
Come on.
And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came into the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month, after their departing out of the land of Egypt.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. And the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt.
You got to read that one, brother. That's heavy.
And the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into the wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger.
What are they saying to Aaron, to Moses and Aaron, Baba Kushaw? Put down. What are they saying to Moses and Aaron right here?
So like I said, where was you at?
Verse 3.
Come on. Read it again.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 16 and verse 3. And the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into the wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger.
Oh, wait. So again, like, good night. This is Israel really not appreciating the Most High, you know, saving us with a mighty hand. So they asking him, like, would the God have, you know, died by the hand of the Most High in the land of Egypt? So it's like, dang, the Most High brought us all the way out here in the wilderness so that we could die because we are hungry, because we, you know, not having that food. Just like you said, you know, when you got to be on your own, it's going to be some things that, you know, you got to do on your own. And it's going to be fear. So Israel is in fear right now because it's like, man, we about to die of hunger. You brought us all the way out of here.
You know, this is us today. When you talk about black people, like in Spanish Native Indian, it's always going to be this thing where somebody's never going to be ever satisfied. What y'all don't understand, that oppressor, that one that ate the slop and spit out his mouth like that, he was happy being in his position, even though he was on the bottom, because in his mind he was better than you. You get what I'm saying? Now he had on holes in his jeans just like you did, just like our people did in slavery. But in his mind, he was better than you. Y'all seen the movie The Django? Ain't they called it Django? And y'all seen what they came in and they had the dogs, and the one of them couldn't even talk, bunker, y'all. He was like, how, and the dude know what he was saying. But he treated them our brothers and sisters like crap, man. He couldn't even talk. Yet instead, he was the one that had the dogs that would let loose on our people, man. You know what I'm talking about in the movie? See, those other nations, they don't give a damn their position. Long as in their mind they're over us. You get what I'm saying? But here we are, even in the scripture, we're reading that. Guess what? Here the Lord done fought a battle for us. We came out of the land of Egypt, getting away from our oppressor, and here we are complaining. Come on with it.
Lucky, but man, that's so heavy too. And this is just like Israel. It's like we can't have enough because at first we was asking and murmuring, well, what are we going to drink? Now we seen the Most High provided us drink. So why the hell you worrying about it? If you know we with the Most High, He's with us. What are you worrying about this food for? You know He's going to provide it. And we got Moses that's leading the hymn, and he pleaded to the Most High. He cried to the Most High. The Most High heard his cry, and He provided abundance of drink. But now if we're talking about this food, here we go again, murmuring like we always do as Israel, running our damn mouth instead of trusting on the Lord, man.
And it goes to show that's why we're going to have brotherhood and sisterhood. That's right. You understand? You're going to have it. And if you're put in a position to lead as a leader, brother or sister, then guess what? You're going to hear some murmuring. Right. You might well prepare yourself. You know what I'm saying? Somebody always going to have something to say about something. But guess what we have to do? We got to go and seek out the Lord, man. Right. Because you got to remember what are we doing this for? You're doing it for those people outside of the door that don't even understand what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, be prepared to die. Put in a mindset like, I'm going to do this job and die for it, because they don't understand what the hell that they dealing with. They see blue lights, only thing they thinking is, well, I ain't done nothing wrong. I see blue lights, I know that's the goddamn enemy. You understand? Right. It's a different mindset. You see a nigga on drugs, you think like, man, he ain't worth crap. I see a brother. I see a cousin and an uncle. You see a sister twerking, you like, oh, she thinks she twerking, now that she better than me. You see a sister, you should go, hey, Shalaka, sis. As a black Hispanic Native Indian, when we look at our people, we have to see opportunity, man. Right. You understand? When I say opportunity, a opportunity to change somebody's life. How the hell else you think you're gonna be a brotherhood and sisterhood? It has to be an opportunity. You gotta look at the nigga who you say ain't worth a damn thing. The nigga who's complaining, I wish I had my flesh pots, Moses. I could have stayed in Egypt, get my back beat in, Moses. I was fine with just eating bread and alcohol, Moses. We have to learn to swallow it. Just say, you know what, brother, I know you understand, but I got you. I'm going to go and speak to the Lord. That way, a brother like our Bard can come into this school, man. Right. A brother like Bun, y'all can be in this school, man. Right. a sister like all the sisters. See that? Everybody's important, huh? Moses, he didn't sit there and say, oh, he said, deliver the children of Israel. If you think it's about you, you're effing up, I'm telling you. Right. If you're in the Sabbath service, if you're thinking it's about you, you're effing up, man, I'm telling you. Lord, take you out of here and find somebody to replace you just as fast as you think you're important. I promise you'll do it. Go ahead.
Con. Verse 4. Then said the Lord unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you.
He did what?
Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for
Since
you.
Moses didn't complain, he made it about the people. The Lord spoke to Moses and said, I got you. Right. This is the God that we serve. But we think Thanksgiving is better than this God. We thinking that Christmas is better than this God. Go ahead.
Come. And the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day.
Go ahead.
That I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no.
This is our power.
What are we afraid of? Come on, Baba.
I want to show them the definition of prove. It says to test, try, prove, tempt, to put to proof, or to test. So again, every time the Most High was testing our faith, man. You know what I mean? It's like he's seeing that we ain't had no faith, but I'm going to really test you and see if you really going to walk in my law or not. You know what I mean? And again, like you said, man, you think about like whenever, you know, Moses came to us and they saved us with a mighty hand. That was a test of faith when we were supposed to put that blood on the, you know, on the windowsill or on the door seal. You understand? It's like the Most High continues to testing us. But right now, as Israel, we're failing because we're continuously murmuring against the main brother that's came to, you know, be a leader for us. Right. And so, like, if I may, that's going back to with Commander General YAHANNA, man. He gets so many murmurs. But this brother, you know, he used to sleep in a school just so that the building would continue to be ran, man. And look at Israel or I.S.U.P.K now, man. It's a lot you.
You think about it right now. It ain't. I'm telling you, it ain't now. Black, Hispanic, Native Indian. The Lord has allowed this truth to come out to the earth, and I'm telling you, they hate it. They hate every second of it. Right. Topic of discussion around every Thanksgiving table was about was Kyrie Irving right? Was LeBron James wrong? Right. Here go the new one. Now you got Jerry Jones in the damn news at 14-0 at a what you call it? I think a city in segregation. What's the thing on the bunk, y'all?
As far as the schools integration being allowed in Arkansas, Little Rock. Actually. Yeah, he was out there. He was one of the anti-integrationists that was protesting against. The students coming into the white schools.
Ain't that something?
It's a lot. Right.
The fabric of America. What do we not understand? Do you not understand how these other nations look at us and how they view us? How do you view yourself? How do we view ourselves? We want to continue living in the slums and getting the worst of the worst, and people being able to just mistreat you whenever they feel like it. People being able to say whatever that they want to say to you whenever they feel like it. Call you a kata. Call you little slave girl, little black baby, little black. You know, people that they be so afraid to even address us now, Kawal. I don't want to say his name wrong. What you mean? Well, learn how to say his damn name. Learn how to give a damn about what it is you see. Like you're a teacher, you're responsible for educating these children. If you can't take the time out to know your students, then what are you teaching them? What are you there for? I pray you understand. Read on.
Verse 5. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily.
Y'all hit it, don't you? It's Lord we serve. So don't sit around thinking about what you don't have. Think about the things that you do have. Right. And what are the things that we do have. Once the Lord allow these things to happen, guess what? We're gonna have each other.
Right.
That's all you get. Well, they say you don't get a chance to get born. You don't get a choice of what family that you're born into, do you? Right. But it's still your family. That's right. It's yours. Right. I ain't gotta like it, but it's mine. It's just like that old car that's sitting in your yard. You know what I'm saying? And it done broke down, and somebody come into your yard and say, "I'll give you $1 for it." What you gonna say? Me don't get out of my yard. What they gonna say? Well, you ain't using it anyway. Right. When you not say it's mine, right. Ain't that what you would say, Bunky, y'all? Right. Hell yeah, Shalakia. That's exactly what you would say. So why can't you say that about your brother and your sister? That's too much. You'd rather continue in this hellhole that we live in this place that we call America. No sweat. Right. All right, come on.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 6 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar, Mashah, Wa'aharan, Al, Kal, Banya, Yasha'ala, Irab, Waya Da'aitam, Kaya, Yahweh, Hawataza, Ya'ah, Atakam, Ma'arataza, Matazarium, verse 7. Wabakwar, Wara'ah, Yatam, At, Kaba, War, Yahweh, Bashama Iwa At Ha Salaki Talanat Yakam Al Yahweh Wanaka Nawa Ma Kaya Tala Wanawa Al Ya Nawa. Verse 8. Waya Amar Maisha Batat Yahweh Lakam Ba'arab Bashar La Akal Walakam Babakor Lashabai Bashamai Yahweh Ata Talanat Yakam Ashar Atam Malayanam Al Yawa Wanak Nawa Ma La'a Al Yanawa Talanat Yakam Kaya Al Yahweh, verse 9. Waya Amar, Mashah, Al Aharan, Amar, Al Kal, Idat, Banya, Yasha'ala, Kwarabawa, Lapanya, Yahweh, Kaya, Shemai, At, Talanat Yakam, verse 10. Waya Haya, Kadabar, Aharan, Al Kal, Idat, Banya, Yasha'ala, Waya Panya, like a Waya Panawa, Al Had Madabar, YAHANNA, Kabawar, Yahweh, Nara'ah, Ba'ainan, verse 11. Yadabar, Yahweh, Al Masha, La Amar. Oh, sorry. Verse 12. Shema'ait Yah.
Come on.
Ata, Tala, Wanat, Banya Yasha'ala, Dabar, Alaham, La Amar, Bayan, Ha'arab Yam, Salakin, Ta'a Kalwa, Bashar, Wababakar, Hasha, Salakin, Tashab Iwa, Lakam, Wayada Aitam, Kaya, Anya, Yahweh, Allah Hayakam. That's it, bro.
Khan. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 16 and verse 6. And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel, at even, then ye shall know that the Lord hath brought you out of the land of Egypt. Verse 7. And in the morning, then ye shall see the glory of the Lord, for that he heareth your murmurings against the Lord. And what are we, that ye murmur against us? Verse 8. And Moses said,
Yeah, see what Moses saying is, I ain't sugar honey I.S.U.P.K. You're not murmuring against me.
right.
I ain't nothing. You're not murmuring against me, but read on.
This shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full. For that the Lord heareth your murmurings, which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but
what? Read on.
against the Lord.
There you go. You sit around and talk about commanding Junior Hunter and I.S.U.P.K. all you want to.
Right.
You're not talking about commanding Junior Hunter. You speaking against the Lord, man. Right. You sit around here murmuring about your brothers and your sisters all you want to. You're not speaking against them. You're speaking against the Lord, man.
Right.
We have to learn to look at each other as more than just, oh, that's Pam, that hoe from up the street. Oh, that's Ron Dunn, that old dope dealer down there. Yeah, that's what they are in the flesh, but in the spirit, who are they? Who is that you looking at that you see down there selling all that dope?
Your brother, sir.
Who is that hoe that you see down at the Foxy Lady?
Your sister.
Who is that nigga out there that pushing that crack on and he getting high and just falling on the ground? Who you looking at?
Your brother, sir.
When you see out here selling up and down when you see out here on the scroll, who you looking at out?
Your brother, sir.
That she lying to her husband. Who you looking at out?
Your sister, sir.
Come on now. But I know. Yeah, I know we all want to be like, man, you know, I got mine. Right. Better get yours. Hey, what is it? I know. Y'all keep playing with these white folks you want to. They getting ready to show us all something. I'm telling you. And that day you gonna realize, hey brother, right. Then you gonna be like this. Right. You may as well do it now.
Right. Get over it.
Because you're not fighting against your brother, your sister. You're fighting against the Lord. Because it was a commandment that we come together.
Right.
Read on.
Verse 9. And Moses spake unto Aaron, saying to all the congregation of the children of Israel, come near before the Lord, for he hath heard your murmurings.
Do what?
For he hath heard your murmurings.
Moses told her to come to the Lord. We in this empire, we going the other way.
Right.
You trying to tell me ownership is the way out of captivity and free businesses? What out of multimedia complexes and building homes and real estate is how we get out of this empire? Hell no. We got to come together. What happened when the president say, you know what, there ain't no value in the dollar no more?
Right. Financial freedom.
All that money that you done stored in the shoebox because you don't want to pay taxes on it. You go into the bank, you put $5,000 in there, and the IRS send you a letter of garnishment and saying, wait a minute. And then what they call it, garnishment of wages. I'm just making sure. I ain't telling you what I think. White man get to ask you, where you get this money from, boy? That's what they're gonna sound like in your mind.
Right.
Where you get this money from, boy? Oh, I work for it. Where you get it from, boy? Then what you gonna say? Stuck. That doesn't mean don't work hard. Go do what you got to do to provide for your family, but don't make that like your sole purpose. The sole purpose is to be a brother and sister for when they call on you.
That's right.
And if you got the money, just break bread.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 10. And it came to pass, as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness. And behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud. Verse 11. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, at evening ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am the Lord your God.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 13 in the Hebrew. Wayahaya, Ba'irab, Wata'al, Hashalwa, Watakam, At, Hamakana, Waba Bakar, Hat Yata, Shakabat, Hatal, Sabayab, Lama Lamakna, verse 14. Wata'al, Shakabat, Hatal, YAHANNA, Al Panya, Hamadabar, Rock, Makasa Pas, Rock, Kakapar, Al Ha'arataza, verse 15. Waya Awa, Banyaya Sha'ala, Waya Amarwa, Ayash, Al Akayawa, Man Hawa'a, Kaya, La'a, Yad Aiwa, Ma Hawa'a, Waya Amar, Masha, Alaham, Hawa'a, Halakam, Ashar, Nathan, Yahweh, Lakam, La'akalwa, it's like a La'akala, verse 16. Za, Hadabar, Ashar, Tazawa'a, Yahweh, Lakwatawa, Mama Nawa, Ayash, Lapanya, Akalwa, Imad, it's like Imar, Lagal, Galath, Masapar, Napash Thayon, it's like a Napashat Yakam, Ayash, La Amar, Ba'a Halwa, Takwa Kawa, verse 17. Waya Aishawa, it's like a Waya Aishawa, Khan, Banya Yasha'ala, Waya La Kwatawa, Hama Rabah, Wahamama Ayat, verse 18. Wayamara, it's like a Wayamadawa, Ba'imar, Wala'a, Ha'aidayap, Hama Rabah, Wahamam Ayat, La'a, Haka Sayar, Ayash, Lapanya, Akalwa, Lakwatwa, it's like a Lakwatwa, verse 19. Waya Amar, Masha, Alaham, Ayash, Al, Yawatar, Mamanawa, Aid, Bakwar. That's it.
Khan, verse 13. And it came to pass that at the even, the quails came up and covered the camp. And in the morning, the dew lay round about the host. Verse 14. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness, there lay a small round thing, as small as the hoar frost the ground. Verse 15. And when the children of Israel saw it, they saw one to another, it is manna. For they wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, this is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat.
What happened right here? What happened? What's going on? What happened right here? See if y'all paying attention. What happened? What's going on? Come on.
Slack of the Mesa, the Most High provided the manna for him.
How much manna?
Just enough.
Nah, not just enough. Not just enough. It was so much they didn't even know what it was.
Come.
It was as unto the dew on the ground, huh?
Oh, come, sir.
You get what I'm saying? Y'all seen dew on the ground before? Yeah. Whole bunch. Read on.
Come, verse 16. This is the thing which the Lord hath commanded. Gather of it every man according to his eating.
Until what?
According to his eating.
All you can eat, go ahead.
An omer for every man.
Go ahead.
According to the number of your persons. Take ye every man for them which are in his tents. Verse 17.
What is it saying? Take care of your folks, man.
Right.
Take care of your people, right? So what happened? What happening today? Everybody gathering to themselves now. And in this empire, it's all about what you can have in your house, let alone somebody else's house. This shows me this goes directly against what? Thanksgiving. Right? Read on.
Con. Verse 17. And the children of Israel did so and gathered, some more, some less. Verse 18. And when they did meet it with an omer, he that gathered much had nothing over.
Go ahead.
And he that gathered little had no lack.
Do what now?
Con. And when they did meet it with an omer, he that gathered much had nothing over.
Right.
And he that gathered little had no lack.
You mean, see, this how you know the spirit of Thanksgiving is so damn evil, man. The spirit of Christmas is so damn evil because oftentimes you always thinking about what's in your house and in your house only. Read on.
Con. They gathered every man according to his eating. Verse 19. And Moses said, let no man leave of it till the morning.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 20 in the Hebrew. Wala'ah, Shamaywa, Al, Masha, Wayawa, Rawa, Ana Shayam, Mamanawa, Aid, Bakwar, Wayaram, Tawa, Tawal, Ayam, Wayaba'a. It's like Wayaba'ash, Wayakwatazap, Wayakwatazap, Alaham, Masha, verse 21. Wayalak Tawa, Atwa, Babakwar, Ayash, it's like a Kapaya, Akalwa, Wakam, Hasha Mash, Wanamath, verse 22, Wahaya, Bayawam, Hashashaya, Lakwatawa, Lakam, Mashana, Sanya, Ha'aimar, La'akad, Waya Ba'awa, Kal, Nashaya, Aya, Ha'aida, Wayagaya Dawa, Lamasha, verse 23, Waya Amar, Alaham, Hawa'a, Ashar, Dabar, Yahweh, Shabbat Wan, Shabbat, Kodash, La Yahweh, Makar, Ath, Ashar, Ta'apwa, Wa'a, Slaka, Wa'ath, Ashar, Tabashlawa, Bashalwa, Wa'ath, Kal, Ha'idap, Hanayak, Slaka, Hanayak, Wa, Lakam, Lama Shamarath, Aid, Habakkar, verse 24, Wayan Yakawa, Athwa, Aid, Habakkar, Ka'ashar, Tazawa'a, Masha, Wala'a, Habayash, it's like a Habayash, Rama, La'a, Hayata, Bawa, verse 25, Waya Amar, okay, verse 25, Waya Amar, Masha, Akal Hawa, Hayawam, Kaya, Shabbat, Hayawam, La Yahawa, Hayawam, La'a, Tamataza Hawa, Bashada, verse 26, Shashat, Yam, Tala Kwataha Wa, Waba Yawam, Hashab Yaaya, Shabbat, La'a, Yahaya, Ban. It's like a Bawa.
Okay. Verse 20. Notwithstanding, they hearkened not unto Moses, but some of them left of it until the morning, and it bred worms and stank, and Moses was wroth with them.
Once again, being disobedient. I told you to get all this stuff up. This is what you said you wanted. You got it. Now that you got it, what? You don't want it. Throw it away. I told you to get rid of it. But now you got worms in the camp. Then we got and then what black people, man, it stink in here.
Right.
White people walking around, it don't smell so nice in here. We like, man, this stink in here. You know what I'm saying? This is how you know this is us, man. Oh, this smell is not so pleasant. No, it's stinking here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that us? Go ahead.
Verse
Yeah,
21.
I tell you what, you can break wind and the oppressor walk in. He probably won't even say nothing, Bunker. You either walk in, they be surprised. You be the later good one. You like, you know what I'm saying? He walk in the room, he be confused what do though. I was, boy, good night. Boy, who did this here, man? Somebody open the window or something, you know what I mean? The oppressor don't even do like that. He's accustomed to smelling rotted, man. And meat, you know what I'm saying? That's what blood, man. Go ahead.
Verse 21. And they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating. And when the sun waxed hot, it melted. Verse 22. And it came to pass that on the 6th day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man. And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. Verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today, and seethe that ye will seethe, and that which remaineth over lay up for you to be kept until the morning. Go ahead. Verse 24. And they laid it up till the morning as Moses bade, and it did not stink, neither was there any worm therein.
So they learned their lesson. Read on.
Verse 25. And Moses said, eat that today, for today is the Sabbath unto the Lord. Today ye shall not find it in the field. Verse 26. 6 days shall ye gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none.
Get some rest.
Right. You know what it said?
Come on, that's the book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 27 in the Hebrew. Wayahaya, Bayawam, Hashabayaya, Yataza'awa, Man, Ha'aim, Lalakwat, Wala'a, Mataza'awa. Verse 28, Waya Amar, Yahweh, Al, Maisha, Aid, Ana, Ma'a, Natam, La Shamar, Mataza Wataya, Wata Warata, Slaka, Wata War Taya. Verse 29, Ra'awa, Kaya, Yahweh, Nathan, Lakam, Hashabat, Al Khan, Hawa'ah, Nathan, Lakam, Bayawam, Hashashaya, Lakam, Yawam Yum, Shabwa, Ayash, Takat Yawa, Al, Yataza'ah, Ayash, Mamakor, Komawa, Bayawam, Hashabayaya. Verse 30, Wayashabatwa, Ha'aim, Bayawam, Hashaba'aya. Verse 31, Wayakora Awa, Bayat, Yasha'ala, At, Shamwa, Man, Waha, Wa'a, Kazara'ai, God, Laban, Wata Aim, Wa, Kataza, Payak, Ta, Slaka, Katazap, Yakat, Badash. Verse 32, Waya Amar, Mashar, Za, Hadabar, Ashar, Tazawa'a, Yahweh, Mala'a, Ha'imar, Mamanawa, Lamash, Morat, Lada Ratyakum, Lama'ain, Yara'awa, At, Halakam, Ashar, Ha'akalat, Ya, Atkam, Bama Dabar, Bahawa Tazaya Slakin, Baha Watazaya Atakam, Ma'arataza, Matazarian, verse 33. Waya Amar, Mashah, Al, Aharan, Kak, Tazanat, Atat, Slakin, Akath, Not what Slakin, Watan, Shema, Mala'ah, Hayamar, Man, YAHANNA, Athwa, Lapanya, Yahweh, Lama Sharat, Slaka, Lama Shum Rath, Ladarath Yakum.
Verse 27. And it came to pass that there went out some of the people in the seventh day for to gather, and they found none. Verse 28. And the Lord said unto Moses, how long refuse ye to keep my commandments and my laws? Verse 29. See, for that the Lord hath given you the Sabbath. Therefore giveth you on the sixth day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the seventh day.
Go ahead.
Verse 30. So the people rested on the seventh day.
Right. That's what I just said, right? Rest. And guess what? Guess what that day is? That day is not Sunday, Christian.
Right.
That day is not Sunday. Theft your dollars. Joe Allsheen. TD Snakes.
Right.
Pastor Willie Earl, the water co-op. Right? Read on.
Verse 31. And the house of Israel called the name thereof manna, and it was like coriander seed, white, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey.
Go ahead.
Verse 32. And Moses said, this is the thing which the Lord commandeth. Fill an omer of it to keep for your generations.
Omer is like if I'm not mistaken, like a unit of measure, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Go ahead.
That they may see the bread wherewith it had fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you up from the land of Egypt. Verse 33. And Moses said unto Aaron, take a pot and put an omer full of manna therein, and lay it up before the Lord to keep for your generations.
Right. Remember this. All right.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 34 in the Hebrew. Ka'ashar, Tazawa'ah. It's like a Tazawa. Yahweh, Al, Maishah, Waya, Nayak, Hawa, Aharan, Lapanya, Ha'edath, Lamash, Marath. Verse 35. Wabanya, Yasha'alam, Akalwa, Ath, Haman, Arab Ayam, Shana, Aid, Ba'am, Al, Aharat, it's like Arataza, Nawashabat, Ath, Haman, Akalwa, Aid, Ba'am, Al, Quataza, Arataza, Kana'ain, verse 36. Waha Amar, Aisharath, it's like Aishariyath, Ha'a Yapa, Hawa'a. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 17, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayasa Iwa, Kal, Aidath, Banya Yasha'ala, Mama Dabar, Sayan, Lamasa I Yaham, Al, Paya, Yahweh, Wayak Nawa, Barapaya Dayam, Wa'ayan Mayam, Lashatat, Ha'aim, verse 2. Wayarab, Ha'aim, Aim, Masha, Waya Amarwa, Tanawa, Lanawa, Mayam, Wana Shata, Waya Amar, Laham, Masha, Ma, Harayab, Wan, Imadja, Ma, Tana, Sawan, At, Yahweh, verse 3. Wayatazama, Sham, Ha'aim, Lamayam, Waya Lan, Ha'aim, Al, Masha, Waya Amor, Lama, Za, Ha'al, Yatanawa, Mamatazarian, Laha, Mayat, Atya, Wa'at, Banya, Wa'at, Makwanya, Batazama'a. Verse 4. Waya Kwatazaik, Masha, Al Yahweh, La Amor, Ma, Aisha, La Aim, Hazah, Iwad, Ma'ait, Wasa, Qual, Naya. That's it.
Shalom Khan. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 16 and verse 34. As the Lord commanded Moses, so Aaron laid it up before the testimony to keep it. Verse 35. And the children of Israel did eat manna for 40 years.
They did what?
Did eat manna.
It was so much manna that fell, they ate for 40 years. That's what the Lord said. Put it up for your generations, man. Right? Read on.
Shalom Khan. Until they came to a land inhabited. They did eat manna until they came into the borders of the land of Canaan. Verse 36. Now an omer is the 10th part of an ephah.
See, I said omer is a unit of measure for me. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 17 and verse 1. And all the congregation of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of Sin after their journeys, according to the commandment of the Lord, and pitched in Rephidim. And there was no water for the people to drink. Verse 2. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses and said, give us water that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, why chide with me? Wherefore did ye tempt the Lord? Verse 3. And the people thirsted there for water, and Moses murmured, and the people murmured against Moses.
They did what?
Murmured against Moses.
Here they come again. Read on.
And said, wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us and our children and our cattle with thirst?
Moses, you done set us up, man. You done brought us out here to do what? To die.
Right.
Read on.
Verse 4. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, what shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me.
Moses, you can't tell me that's not a brother right there, man. You can't tell me that Moses ain't a brother. I can't do this. 1, 2, what did it say? 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me? You know what I'm saying? Moses at his wits' end, man, and he's like, man, I just can't do this. Lord, I don't know what these people about. They about to kill me, Lord. The old president, he got old smooth tongue. He would have been like, calm down now, Jerome. Calm down. Calm down. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? He would have found a way to subdue the whole earth. You know what I'm saying? He old slick tongue bastard. We like, man, you know what I'm saying? We just get pissed off, man. We playing, man. We like to dwell in tension, chill. We don't want all the damn headaches. But when you love your people, guess what? You're gonna have to deal with some headaches up. That's just how it goes. All right. And now that concludes it. We about to get into these prayers. You know what I'm saying? Brother did a hell of a job reading this today, man. Done pushed through it, man. Hell yeah. Most God in Christ, man. The water for the Akim. And I walked in out there looking at class. And with that, you know what I'm saying? Just a bit, a medium.
SHALAM.
Men of Israel, gird ourselves to salute the Torah.
Amadium.
Select.
How about Shimei Al-Shabraki?
How about Shimei Al-Shabraki? How about Shimei Al-Shabraki? How about Shimei Al-Shabraki? Come on.
How about Shimei Al-Shabraki?
How about Shimei Al-Shabraki?
Shaw Wapin Yaha Kwadam. I'm going to turn and face the east. We're going to start off with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayah, Kodash, Hayah, Shimka, Yahweh, Malatuka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, I.S.U.P.K, Ba'aratiza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayah, Nathanlanao, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalaknao, Kabawathnao, Kasalaknao, Kabawathinao, Wala'ah, Tabi'ayano, Manasaya 1, Abal, Hawashayano, Mayan, Rad, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwit, Waha'alam, Wataparat, Lawalumium, Aman.
In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our debts, we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
This is the Hakak in the Hebrew. The power for the prayer in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Baba Kashah, Nathanlanao, Hakak, La Pa'ah, Kamakala, Wakamarawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lahakium, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawat, Hatama'alam, Lagar Shan, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Tawada Aman.
In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to clean the lepers, power to raise the dead, power against the unclean spirit, to cast them out, in your name Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it.
This is the blessings for the rank and structure order of Israel in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shah, Wa Miyaka Alam, Wa Alahayim, Matazabiyah, Alawap Yohanna, Ha Alawapim, Ha Sarunyam, Ha Kwatazayam, Ha Kayoyam, Wa Akwatium, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the water Aman.
In English, bless you Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the cabinets, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you. So be it.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K, Ayanya, Ahaharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ai, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'aratiza, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Ayad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarai, Yashamar, Atnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabawa'aka, Mayata, Wa'ayad Iwalam.
In the English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, for which cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yashala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun does not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, for this time forth and even forevermore.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Takarash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Al Yabyaka, Yahawah, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Ya'imra Yawa, Sawada, Wayata, Ya'itazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakinum, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha Alam, Awada, Kaya, Nawaita Zawab, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Baryat, Yakaratwa, Ahoya, Adawam, Wayashma Alam, Yum, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wa'aimawana, Wa'aimalak, Palashat, Am Yashabya, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Selah, Aishalaham, Kamajin, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabian, Banakal, Koyashwan, Nasamadwa, Banyadara, Hayawa, Daman, Layadama, Shayatamwa, Nabya no Slakin, Nabaya Nawa, Nabaya Nawa, Kai Arab, Wakazabah, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Kana Sayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nairishah, Lanawa, At, Na'awat, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapanya Rakab, Ka'ash, Tabya Ira, Wakala Haba, Tahalat, Harayam, Kantaradatma, Basai Rakab, Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Malaha, Panyaham, Palawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shumka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahalwa, Ija'id, Wayakaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Dawa, Kaya Ata, Shumka, Yahawa, Labadka, Ayawan, Alkaha Arataza.
In English, keep not that silence. Oh Yahweh, hold not that peace, and be not still. Oh Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumble, and they that hate thee, and lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hit one. They have said, come, and let us cut them off, and be the name, that the name of Yahshua may be no more remembered. But they have consulted together. But one can see. They are confederate against thee. And tabernacles of Edom, and the Israelites, and Boaz, and the Hagarine, Cabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, and Philistine, which inhabits Tyre. Assure also enjoy with them. They are hoping the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them, and unto the Midianites, and to Shasir, and to Jabin, and the brook Keson, where Paris and Endor, they came to dunk for them, make that dope, like a red, like Zahir, all their princes, as a Bob, and as a moon, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh, in possession. Oh Yahweh, make them like a wheel, and stumble before the wind, at the fire burn the wood, at the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy temper, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. Oh Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Sir, sisters, your shopping, men, and be seated. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute unto the teacher. Men of Israel, Amaj Shabbat, Amaj Barak, Yayamata, Sar, meaning face the sisters are Maja, meaning to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute unto the sisters. Men of Israel, Amaj Shabbat, Amaj Barak, Yayamata, Sabbath dismissed.